got the party back together, and we are headed off yet again. This time we're going to go to Sevii Island, which is the last island available to us. There were Nintendo events that would have unlocked 8 Island and 9 Island, respectively, for, well, you, I guess, if you went to it. If you did get access to those, and I'm not going to try to get to those, you would have the chance to try to catch a Ho-Oh or a Lugia on island number 8, and on island number 9, Deoxys. And it would appear in different forms depending on your version. But, like I said, I'm not going to do that. That was a Nintendo event exclusive, so I'm not going to be dealing with that. Sevii Island, Quest Island of Infinity. Speaking of things I'm not going to be doing, we'll go over what that means in a bit. But I will say that due to Nuzlocke rules, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that at all. We'll head in and we'll talk to people, though. It may not look like much now, but when I was younger, I flew everywhere, challenging trainers wherever I found them. Now, my only source of enjoyment is reminiscing about the past while watching battles. That's not necessarily a good thing to do. Let's think about the past while watching things. These islands are called the Sevii Islands because there are 7, unless you talk to Nintendo about it. Or at least that's what the young people believe. The truth is, these islands are so named because they are said to have been made in 7 days. That's how we got away with making 9 of them. This island has been left virtually untouched in its natural state. It could be a little difficult to hike around because of that. That's one way to put it. But for the time being, we're gonna head into the Mart. Oh, busy day in the Mart. I need to fish on Sevii Island. That will complete my fishing tour of the Sevii Islands. I'd better stock up on some Pokeballs first, though. Sure, stock up on some Pokeballs. Okay, preparations are complete for me to explore the ruins. You're not gonna do a good job. Pokemon have personalities of their own, just like people. My Pikachu has a hasty nature, so it grew to be a speedy Pokemon. I'm sassy, aren't I? That's the one that I'm gonna get. All right, let's see what you have for sale. I believe I do need some Ultra Balls. Let's get up to 15. Why not? I got the money for it. Great Balls, full restores. How many of those do I have? I got plenty. Max Potions probably also have plenty. 6 is good enough. I don't know what these do. Full Heal, Escape Ropes, and Max Repels. What the hell are these items? But not gonna need any more of those. Just the Ultra Balls, just in case I should encounter something that I do want to actually catch. And for the record, I did not catch the Golbat. That was the first time that I had the opportunity to catch an evolved Pokemon. I decided against it. Primarily because I wasn't going to be using it, but also because I felt like it would go against the unevolving challenge. It didn't occur to me to say that, though, until much, much later. But that was the reason. All right, into the Poke Center we go. There's still people to talk to here. On this island, different events occur depending on connections. What are those connections? They are for you to discover on your own. On this island? I have to think about that one. Did you ride a Sea Gallop ferry to get here? I don't see how else I could have done it. There are at least 10 of those high-speed ships. I don't know where they all go, though. 10? Yeah, some of them have to get unlocked with you spending hundreds of dollars in real life. If you're confident, you should check out Trainer Tower. I'm not that confident. I am not that confident. The problem with Trainer Tower is that, well, they have like legitimate trainers there. But we'll head for it. There you are. And we'll see what we can find along the way. How you doing? Somewhere on this island, peculiar Pokemon are sleeping. Sure, sleeping. That's what we'll go with. And we're up against Psychic Rodette. She has a Natu. I still have Fistimich. He's really good at taking out Natus. They look like baby birds, and I feel bad for whatever the hell strength does to them. Punches them in the face? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, switching to a Drowsy, are we? You know what, Fistimich? He's kind of my psychic killer. We'll just keep going for this kind of stuff. Are we kind of bugging out a little bit here again? My frames drop a little bit. Why did that happen? All right, Hypno's gonna come out. And I'm expecting pretty much the same thing to happen. We'll go for a body slam though. And down goes the Hypno. Yeah, pretty easy to take out. And down goes Rodette. What an amazing trainer. I know, right? What the hell? Game crashed, but I seem to have recovered it. Somewhere on this island, peculiar Pokemon are sleeping. Could it be that they're waiting for you? I don't like the sound of this. Trainer tower ahead, don't I know it? Hey, there's another guy. Are you a fisherman? I sensed your approach. Nope. No fishermen are this douchey. It's a psychic. Psychic Dario would like to battle, so he's got a psychic Pokemon, right? It's a Girafarig. That is new to us. I usually forget that Girafarig is indeed a psychic type. It's actually a normal psychic type. And it's also a palindrome. Girafarig. I'm pretty sure that's why they named it that way. So I got my psychic killer still out front. Fistamich will be able to knock out the Girafarig. Girafarig doesn't evolve. Its stats are good, not great. Its primary stat should be special attack followed by speed, so you know, it's on its way to being good, but it just does not have the stats that a lot of other psychic Pokemon do, particularly Kadabra and Alakazam. So, not a big fan of it, although it's probably a little bit tankier than those. Down goes Dario, though. Give up. Indeed you did. Give me my money. In your future, I sense that you will meet many others. Yeah, you're a real good psychic. I think you will be linked to each other by a strange power. Nope, sorry. Not going to be linking up with anybody. Not possible. Before we do move on, there are two hidden items around here somewhere. A big pearl somewhere up here and a regular pearl somewhere around here. Once again, because they're hidden in the sand, they don't want to show up for me. There is also a hidden berry over here, a nanab berry. So we're going to go ahead and take that and head back up. If you fish here, fishing is the same as it has been on several islands. I believe 5 Island was the template that I was kind of going off of. But if you surf here and you are playing LeafGreen, there is a 5% chance that you will encounter a new Pokemon that is not new, obviously. Level 6. That's not worth anything. And we're just gonna run away from that. Just why? Why? 5% chance though that you will encounter an evolved Pokemon, so I wasn't gonna catch it anyway, called a Mantine. I'm gonna go with Mantine. It is a manta ray Pokemon. It is the evolved form of a Mantike, which is also a manta ray, except the Mantine's got a little Remoraid friend with him. It is a special defense Pokemon, not particularly good at anything else. It's really focused on special defense, but it doesn't necessarily even have the HP to justify it, so not my favorite type. It's also a water flying type because it does look like manta rays fly through the water, I guess. I don't think they jump out of the water. Maybe I'm thinking of something else though. But water flying, also not my favorite type. 4 times weak to electricity, which is, once again, almost required in this version of the game. Trainer Tower entrance. Rise to the challenge, trainers. I have to think about this one. Because this is the toughest challenge in the game. Make no mistake about it. Time board, single, double, knockout, and mixed. So the way that this works is this is a challenge. There's also a time trial aspect to this. What happens is you talk to her and you accept the challenge, and then you head up and you fight Pokemon that have great stats, are great Pokemon typically, and they have hold items. They're fully evolved Pokemon usually. For instance, let's look at one of them. Single mode, the first person that I'm going to be up against is a sailor with a Feraligatr and a Kangaskhan. Like, really good Pokemon. And they're going to be the same level as me. I'm going to die here if I do it with my unevolved Pokemon. So, as a result of the Nuzlocke challenge and me being a pussy, we're going to put off the trainer tower for at least the time being. And I'll probably come back here when we have finished everything else and I can kill all my Pokemon nobly, I guess I could say. There are 8 levels to this too, so I don't think I can make it to the top. Should you make it to the top though, you do get some good items. You get an upgrade for defeating single mode, which is a item that really its only use is to evolve a Porygon into a Porygon 2. Then there's a Dragon Scale for defeating double mode, and we've already got one of those. You get a Metal Coat for defeating knockout mode. We've got one of those. And you get a King's Rock for defeating mixed mode. We don't have one of those. That is another item whose primary function is to evolve a Pokemon that holds it when, I believe, with the King's Rock, you just have to hold... No, you have to trade the Pokemon too. It will cause a Slowpoke to evolve into a Slowking, King's Rock, and it'll turn a Poliwhirl into a Politoed, which we have not seen before. Outside of that, it's a 10% chance of flinching when you attack with it. That's it. So, 10% chance of a flinch on the opposing Pokemon. Not necessarily the best items, like I said, for really the toughest challenge in the game. Right there, your level, they're good Pokemon. Even if you know what's coming, sometimes it's very difficult. At least in my experience with my Nuzlocke Pokemon, especially. Oh, never mind battling these stairs. They're tougher than any battle. I'm sure they are. What the hell, game? The game refuses to agree with me today. I'm here to see how good I am. I wonder what kind of trainers are waiting for me. Tough ones. It's nerve-wracking. Yes, it is. So, for the time being, we're going to avoid the trainer tower. I refuse to send people up and say, this doesn't count as you watch me get wiped. I refuse to do that yet. So, instead of doing that, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. Head back to Sevii Island. If you remember, there was something to the south. So let me... I'll heal up and then we'll head south. All healed and ready to head south. We've got a little bit of work to the south here. This is not all about the tower. I almost forgot about you. Not many people come out here. If I train here, I'm convinced that I'll get stronger and stronger. Yep, stronger and stronger. Even though you don't get experience or money in the trainer tower. How would you like to learn a move like that? It's Swords Dance. Swords Dance is one of the few stat boosting moves that I'm actually a big fan of. I love me some Swords Dance. Unfortunately, I don't believe I have anybody in my party that will benefit from that for the time being. What it does is it raises your attack stat by 2 stages. Alright, pick which Pokemon I should teach it to. Yeah, unfortunately Fistimich cannot learn it. Not even Lord Yawn can learn it. I will see if I have a Pokemon that will benefit from that. So 2 stages on attack, you use it once and it doubles your attack. How awesome is that? It does waste a turn, but if you're in for a long fight, that might be worthwhile to you. Well, that's fine too. Yeah, I'll be back. And we have made it to the canyon entrance with a patch of grass, but we'll go over that after taking out you. I'll flick you away effortlessly. Will you now? Really, an aroma lady is going to flick me away? What does that even mean? Mia? I'm gonna go with your name as Mia with an H, because lately they've been misspelling names instead of Maya. She's got a Blossom. I believe we have seen it before. Pure grass type, so weak to flying. Remember, grass is not weak to psychic. Otherwise, Mr. Jency would be out here. They do have a good amount of special defense, so Mr. Jency might not be able to take it out in one hit. Just a thought. But remember, it's poison that is weak to psychic, not grass. That does get a little bit more important to remember in later generations. Where in the first generation, it's like there's barely a grass type out there that is not also poison. So it's kind of easy to forget that. At least for me it was for a long time. And down goes Mia. Too strong for me, indeed I am. Why don't you guys have money like ladies have money? What's that? I don't act the way I look? That's a part of my strategy. Apparently aroma ladies have strategies. But down here we do have a new patch of grass in a new area, so more Pokemon. The most common thing here is a Sentret, 30% of the time, followed by a Spearow, 20%, Fearow, 15%, and then there is a new Pokemon. Let's see if I do find it. That's not new. Meowth will show up here 10% of the time. Its evolution version will show up here 5% of the time. Psyduck and Fire Red 5, and Slowpoke and Leaf Green 5.